Welcome to Ask Logic, the video series where we're answering your questions. I'm Todd Smith and I'll be your host. Throughout this video series, we're going to cover things that we're experts in. So SEO, web design, web development, PPC, social media, photography, and videography. That's why we wanted to start Ask Lifted Logic, to help serve out content to people who aren't just our clients. Because the more you guys know, the better decisions you can make. How different is designing for print versus the web?
I'd say the main difference is that print is going to be more static and stay the same, whereas web is dynamic.
Do you think the fact that one is more static versus dynamic makes it one easier than the other? Do you like that? When you do a print, you're like, this is how it's always going to look. It's versus on the web based on how the screen changes, or you can, but you have the flexibility to do an animation. So there's there's more variables, which kind of make it more of a challenge but more rewarding.
Yeah, I would say that's absolutely right. It's definitely more of a challenge for web. There's more variables, but then it's also kind of nice because with web, there's certain kind of hard set rules for print that with web you just have more flexibility on. So for instance, with print, if I was going to type out a paragraph and then there's one word that falls below on the last line, we'd be like, oh, that's an orphaned word.
Yeah.
So you'd want to make a non-breaking space and have another word come down and follow it. On web, that same paragraph might change drastically based on if you're viewing it on a desktop or a tablet or mobile. So whenever I have a word that drops down below, I'm just like, oh, well, there it is. So it's kind of nice because you don't have to be such a stickler about things like that, because it's going to be changing and moving around. But it's definitely has a lot of different challenges that print just doesn't.
Feel free to hashtag AskLL on social media, and we'll get to them as quickly as we can. But keep in mind, there are no stupid questions, especially in the digital space.